So is trading hard to master? Well, you see all these people online who want to be able to master trading. They want to be able to make money in the market. And I think there's a possibility to it. Like definitely you can make money in the market long term if you do it right. But I think that the way most people try to master trading is wrong. And today I want to share with you some tips and actually some obstacles that make it hard to master trading for most people. So we'll just dive right in. Now, let me just get this straight. I don't think you can ever master trading. A guy who's been trading for 50 years or 60 years, if that's even possible, I'm sure there are people doing that, never feel like they master trading. They always feel like they have something more to learn. They always have some tough times, some good times. They're always in that kind of sort of cycle. Like they're never always going to be like top performing, never having losses, always going to be on top of their game. They're always going to have tough times. Now, if you're still here in the video watching and didn't click off yet, that's a good thing because you understand that trading is a realistic thing. A lot of people are going to kind of get pissed off in the comments for sure. Like leave some things like, oh, you don't know trading, yeah, you can master it. This guy made tens of millions of dollars in the past week. All these things, but that's not realistic. Okay, now that we've pushed the obvious out of the way, the reason why most people don't quote of master trading or at least like learn trading properly is because they always focus on one aspect of trading. You've got two types of people. The first one say, oh, I need a strategy. Give me a good strategy that's proven. I need to trade this strategy right now to be able to make money in the market. So they look for this strategy as the key for their trading growth. On the other side, you got these other people who say, well, trading is all about mindset. I need the right mindset to be able to make money in the market. Now, the thing is, a lot of people use having the wrong mindset as an excuse for not doing well in trading. That is a big problem. Like, you cannot just blame mindset for not having good results. If you have bad results, you gotta first of all do something about it, because that's otherwise the wrong mindset. And you gotta move forward from there. You cannot just stay there and blame the mindset or the lack of a coach for not having good results. Okay, I'm talking to people that here feel like they need a coach to be able to get the right mindset. No, it's the other way around. You need to get a good mindset, then maybe later get a coach to work on your mindset. Now you see, right? Most people focus on one area of trading, their strategy or the mindset, and then they blame it for their bad results. And it's actually the other way around. If you focus on just one area of trading, you're putting aside a lot of stuff that you need to be able to work on to become a good trader. What about risk management, right? What about mindset and strategy all together? If you combine these three things, the right mindset, the right strategy that is of course tested in the past and stuff and continuously improved, and the right risk management to be able to not blow up your account, then you've got a better chance of succeeding in trading. Now, of course, most people will look at only one of them. They love to have like this one like clear picture on one thing and not the other things around it. And that's of course a big mistake. So you're saying if I just master the strategy, the mindset, the risk management, I'll be successful in trading? Well, no. And that's because there's a lot of other parts into it. What about your environment? Nothing to do with your mindset. Kind of, maybe a little bit. But nothing to do with your strategy. Nothing to do with your risk management. But all to do with your environment. And if you are in the wrong environment, meaning you're around people who are not successful, or you're around people who are always kind of demanding your time and stuff, it doesn't really affect your mindset, but it's a big aspect of trading. If you're in a city where no one trades, or everyone who's trading is like put down because they're like gamblers or something, it's hard to succeed in trading in that case. Again, it kind of relates to your mindset, but it's a different thing. It's a different area of trading. What about connections? Again, a big one here, because people with the right connections achieve a lot more than people with no connections. And that's just a fact. Right? Think about someone who has friends who are investors, they have businesses, they are maybe lawyers, they are professionals. They have a lot of money to invest in trading. Maybe one day they kind of come up to you to say, oh, can you invest this money for me? Can you trade that money for me? And give me like whatever, 10% return a year, I'll be happy. Well, you could invest their money and that grows your career as a trader. If you have no connections, you cannot do that. Like, it's really hard to do that. And so that's why if you just focus on one facet of trading, you're limiting by a lot your chances of succeeding in trading. That's a big problem. Okay, second thing why people are having a tough time at mastering trading. And I say mastering still, but you cannot master trading. Let's just be clear. We're talking about here about learning trading and being able to at least like perform at your top best level, perhaps. That's the key. Okay, so being excellent in trading. That would be the right answer here. So the second thing is people are having a tough time with losses because by default, right, there have been studies about this in the past, losses feel a lot harder than gains. I was talking to a guy a few days ago on the airplane from Zurich to Bangkok, and we had a cool discussion about trading, about why it's so hard to succeed in trading. And we came up with this aspect, like let's say you win $100 with any means possible. It could be trading, it could be like a lottery, it could be you just find it in the street. Like you feel good about it, but it's just alright. Like you just feel good, you'll think about it like a few minutes, maybe a few seconds perhaps. Then you're done with it, then you move on. But when you lose $100, like the same amount, right? Let's say you lose it on the street, it goes out of your pocket, or someone steals it from you, or you lose it while trading in the market, it feels a lot more difficult. Like you feel pissed off about it. And maybe you'll still remember it like the same day in a couple of hours. Maybe you'll think about it the next day. Maybe even the next day after that, you'll think about it again. It's possible. Some people have a tough time with losses. Think about how that works in trading now. You win $100, you feel good. You lose $100, you feel double the bad. Like you feel twice as bad for losing this amount. And that affects, of course, your mindset. That makes things a lot tougher. And it's something that you can, of course, train yourself to master. Like train yourself to not feel as bad when you lose money. Like be okay with losing money. And that will at least make it easier to lose and accept your losses, then go back on the right track after. Like for me, what I've done personally is I used to have a really like tough addiction or kind of addiction with like trying to find the best price for everything. I would try to buy like a camera or a flight ticket. Flight ticket is a good example. I would look at all these websites for trying to find the right, like cheapest price possible for the flight. And turns out I was spending a lot of time doing that. I was training myself to look at spending a bit more money as a really, really bad thing and trying to find the best price possible. Now, that like seems good, of course, overall, because like, oh, you're saving money here and there on all these flights. But at the same time, whenever you lose money in other ways, it feels twice as hard. It's gonna feel worse because you always look for like this best price. Sometimes you cannot get. In trading, there's no way you can say, oh, like here's my loss for this trade, it's $100. Could I get it at like $50 instead? Could you reduce that loss, please? You cannot say that, right? So you're stuck with losing this big amount, which feels tough on yourself. If you're always looking for like the best deal and everything. I don't know if you feel the same about it. Let me know in the comment section below if you feel that same way yourself or not. I'm curious to hear. But I was, of course, my own experience with losses and kind of trying to get always the best price. What I do now is I pick a flight, I pick a price that's reasonable, then I will just like slip by it. I don't care if the flight is $100 cheaper on other websites. I just want to get it done. I save a lot of time and I train myself to be comfortable with losing a bit more money on that ticket, for example. So in trading, it comes down to being the same. Okay, now the third reason why people are not succeeding in trading or are not able to learn trading properly is they go for more capital way too early. And I've done a video about it in the past, or maybe a post or something, about the fact that most traders try to get capital from prop firms way too early. Like you should only get capital from a prop firm after you're profitable and after you're proving yourself that you can trade correctly. We have a course where we teach people how to get funded by prop firms and how to scale up their trading to roughly a full-time income in a couple of months. But a lot of people go for prop firms way too early. They're trying to kind of get shortcuts, trying to get capital before they're profitable. They think, oh, if I just get this big account, I'll be good to trade then for a living after, and I'll be successful right away. And I'll then take trading seriously. But it's the other way around. You gotta take trading seriously first before you get funded by a prop firm, and that's really crucial. So part of our program, we stop people from taking challenges before they're ready, and we kind of help them out to work on the right things first. That seems to make a big difference there. So I'll leave a link below for that if you want to check it out. Like, no push here. If that's for you, that's for you. If that's not, then that's fine. But check it out if you want. That could help you out, of course, if you're looking for capital. But in general, don't look for capital if you're not ready yet to get capital. And that's the big aspect here. So again, these are not like all the reasons why people fail at trading or why they are not successful or why they cannot learn trading. These are just the common ones I've seen a lot with traders these days. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to hear what you think of these points. If you agree or not, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Subscribe if it's not done yet. I publish videos like this 3 to 4 times a week. I really want to be able to give you value here on the channel and help you out to progress with your trading. So if you want to subscribe, that would be awesome, of course. I'll keep bringing you some tips on a daily basis for you to succeed. I post a lot here in the community tab on YouTube for you to be able to learn more about what I do, how I can help you out. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.